All right, good morning, Iceland, Reykjavik. We are getting ready for our Go North tour that we have been provided by Go North. So we can't wait to experience this golden tour, or golden circle tour this morning. So we're waiting for our bus here at bus stop number 3. It's right along the main street here. I'm actually standing in front of a drone store. Kind of cool. Never seen one of those. But anyway, we're excited to see all the nature that Iceland has to offer. We're really hoping to see the northern lights tonight if it stays clear. I guess there was some last night, but we were sleeping already. So it was like I got a notification at like 3 a.m. that viewing was accessible now because the skies were clear. But we can't wait for this tour. We're going to get to experience the national park and the waterfalls and the geyser, and then I think we're also going to one of the hot springs again. So it's questionable whether or not I'm going to be able to go in for, female reasons. But my husband will enjoy it for sure. Let's see if I can partake in any of it, but we'll find out. So what a gorgeous day. It's actually not raining currently, and it's actually not that cold. I may have overdressed. I may change my mind on that later, but we had a great night last night. The hot dogs were good, but not enough, and the dinner was excellent. But we passed out after a long day, and now today we cannot wait to get going on our journey.
Go North is one of my tourism partners. They set us up with Reykjavik Excursions, one of the best companies in all of Iceland for the Golden Circle experience. This is why I work with trusted partners, because I can give you unbelievable experiences that others will overlook. There's a million tour companies out there that do the Golden Circle tour, and it's hard to know who's the best one. Working with a trusted partner, they know the inside scoop of who's the best. We arrived at our first stop, Þingvellir National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, to explore the divide between two continents.
Right, so we're at our very first stop, the national park, but as you can see, so is everybody else in humanity. That is the one thing with guided tours. You end up with everybody else because they all kind of go to the same places and they're all there about the same time because they all depart at about the same time. So there's pluses and minuses, but even if you were coming by yourself, you're probably going to hit all the tour groups anyway. With daylight, you want to get going early on these trips, so you're kind of subject to daylight, and in Iceland, we don't have that much daylight, so everybody's here at once, but, moving along easily. It's not like some places, Yellowstone and things like that, where we're talking thousands. There's a few hundred, maybe a couple hundred people here right now. But for this space, it's just a lot. So far, the tour is great. This is beautiful. The mountains here, I'm going to flip this around. Here we are. And of course it's gonna rain, because why not?
This national park has another unique fun fact. This is where the very first parliamentary assembly of Iceland was held, and it continued to be held there from 930 AD to 1798. On to our second stop, the natural beauty and power of Gullfoss.
you can see, we are at the most famous waterfall in all of Iceland, Gullfoss. Probably didn't say that right, but I'll show you the sign, but it's Gullfoss. And it's the most visited waterfall in all of Iceland. If you're going on a golden tour, or a golden circle tour, this is the waterfall. You're definitely going to be a part of that tour. What an amazing sight. Is amazing. Check out Waterfalls. This is an incredible. I would compare it to Niagara Falls, except Niagara Falls is bigger, but this is beautiful. What an amazing waterfall.
And you can't pass up any national park without a great gift shop. And Iceland does not disappoint. There were some fun, quirky things in here. But look at the selection of these warm, cozy items. If you're cold on your tour, no worry, they got you covered. Plenty of hats, scarves, gloves, jackets, you name it, they got it. We didn't get anything here, but it was fun to look around and warm up for a little bit before getting back on our tour. There are some tours that take you on the glaciers, and they have these monster trucks to get you out there.
So we got a really extra treat here because we were running a little early. We got to stop by the Icelandic horses. The farmer here brought them out for the tourists that are coming by on the golden tours today. The weather's not bad, but we got to stop for just like 5 minutes, take pictures with them and pet them. These are native to only Iceland. They are nowhere else on earth, and you can't bring any other horses here on the island because they're worried about the diseases being passed. So Icelandic horses are something extremely unique just to Iceland.
If this looks like the type of experience you're craving, click the link in the description and schedule a time so we can get you experiencing the world your way. We've arrived at one of the most incredible stops on our Golden Circle tour with Go North, the Geysir Geothermal Area. Now, this place is absolutely fascinating because this is actually where the word geyser comes from. The Great Geyser itself has been erupting for over 10,000 years, and this is what gave all geysers around the world their name. While the Great Geyser is mostly dormant these days, its little brother Strokkur is the real star of the show here. Strokkur erupts every 5 to 10 minutes, shooting boiling water up to 100 feet in the air, and let me tell you, watching it is mesmerizing. You can literally stand right there and watch nature's power at work. My tip, stay for at least 2 or 3 eruptions because each one is slightly different and equally spectacular. But it's not just about the geysers here. As you walk around this geothermal area, you'll see bubbling mud pots, steaming fumaroles, and these incredible bright blue pools that look almost otherworldly. The ground is literally alive with geothermal energy, and the colors, the blues, the oranges, the minerals are just stunning. Now, this is also our lunch stop for the tour. Just across the street, you'll find the main food hall where we will be breaking and refueling for lunch. It's the perfect chance to grab some traditional Icelandic fare or just a warm meal before we continue our Golden Circle adventure. Trust me, you're going to want that energy for what's coming next.
All right, so we're here in the food hall at the Geyser. There's 3 places open right now for lunch. There's the place that has more of the Icelandic food, then there's sandwiches, and then there's the place that has like burgers, fish, like quick bites. That line was extremely long. None of the things are super expensive or super cheap. Like this was $38.80 for the lamb, but we thought that was the heartiest meal for us to share. We're gonna have dinner later, and we didn't want to eat too much, but we are a little hungry. But it's a huge hall. It's connected with the retail store, so it's a madhouse in here. Buses are coming in constantly. There's people everywhere, but this is our lunch spot. It will likely be your lunch spot as well if you're on a tour like this, just because there's more options available for people to choose. we're gonna do something entirely crazy right now. We're gonna go into the lake over here, which it's like, I think 30 degrees, something crazy like that. But this is an Icelandic thing to do, is you go from the hot water into the cold water, or into the hot room, you know, like the sauna or the steam room, and then into the lake. So we're gonna try this, and I'm not gonna like it. Here's the water, here's the lake. Okay, we're gonna go do this. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so cold. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is so fucking cold, but so fucking cool. Look at, oh my god. Okay, I gotta go. That's all I can really stand. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was too cold. Too cold. But they say it's supposed to be really good to do a cold plunge. I am not up for that task today. I'm gonna get my ass back in the sun. All right, so now we are at the Fontana spot, and they do this thing where they cook the rye bread. Locals do this too. Because of all the geothermal activity here, they actually use that energy, that heat, to cook rye bread in the ground. So she's gonna do a demonstration for us of how the locals do it. And then we're gonna get to try a little bit of this rye bread. So I'm excited. This is kind of a cool, unique thing that only happens here.
So we've made it to Lagervatn, this incredible spot along the Golden Circle where the whole lake is just steaming from all the geothermal activity. Is absolutely magical. See that gorgeous building with the green pointed roofs? That's actually one of Iceland's very first schools. Now it's a guest house with the most charming restaurant that still has all the original school furniture. Definitely worth checking out if you're in the area. Now this tiny village only has 215 people. Yes, you heard that right. And it started as farmland back in the 1920s. But here's where it gets really cool. With all this geothermal energy literally bubbling up from the ground, locals figured out they could bake bread using the Earth's natural heat. I mean, how genius is that? They've been using these hot springs for over 1,000 years. So the locals mark their spots with stones and even name them, like Woody and Tommy. And in a town this small, you better believe everyone respects each other's bread. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to figure out who swiped your loaf, right? After 24 hours in that geothermal heated sand, look at this perfectly baked rye bread cooked completely by the earth. This is exactly what I love about Iceland. They just live with the land in the most incredible ways. Now it's time for the best part. We get to sample this fresh rye bread with little bits of cheese and lox. It should be delicious, along with the butter and everything. Oh my God, look at that steam. I can't wait to try this bread. Perfect ending to our day trip.
All right, so we are back at our hotel. As part of, we booked this through our points, and it went through a Mr. and Mrs. Smith collection. And because of that, we got a free welcome drink. We didn't have it yesterday after, traveling all night and then being out running around all day. We were just exhausted, so we didn't have the drink last night. But we thought for our last night in Iceland, we would sit and enjoy our drink. So my husband never knows what to order because he doesn't like alcohol too much. So he said, make something sweet. So we got this fun concoction for him. So I'm sure he's going to tell me that it's delicious. I got an aperitif spritz because that just seemed to be right for me. And then when we're done here, we're going to go wander around our last night. Just kind of go back up to Rainbow Street, see the church all lit up tonight. And I don't know, we'll find some dinner. We're definitely getting another hot dog because it's the Icelandic thing to do. And it's right down the block from our hotel. So we're going to go there, have a hot dog, and then we're just going to wander and see what the night brings. Can't stay out too late. We have to get up at like 3 a.m. to catch the 4 a.m. shuttle to the airport because our flight is at 7:40, and then we'll be in Dublin tomorrow. So the adventure continues. All right, traditional Icelandic hot dog. That's damn good. It's really good.
If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. Tomorrow, we jet set off to Dublin. Where are we going next? Let's go.